Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video I tested out the Retribution Paladin for the upcoming Phase 7 in World of Warcraft Season of Discovery. I looked into the simulations and went to the PTR to test out how good Ret will be in the new phase and the new next Rammus raid, and it looked honestly really good. I tested out Twistadin, Seal Stacking and Exodin playstyle, and they all looked really solid. So we start with Twistadin and our main gear, which looks like this. The new tier 3 set increases the damage of our Divine Storm by 100% on our 2 set bonus. Holy Wrath will now be a part of our rotation because it will be without cooldown and with highly reduced mana costs. And our 6 set bonus increases the damage of all our hard hitting spells against undeads by a fair amount. So because of this, we combine 7 parts of tier 3 with 2 items of tier 2. I use the chest and boots here for the 2 set bonus, which allows us to keep our seals after touching and to increase the damage by 20% of them. For our new shoulder enchant, we go with Soul of the Judicator, which reduces the cooldown by our judgment by 5 seconds, which was our 4 set bonus of tier 2 before. This allows us to keep our seals after judging and to increase the damage as well. With the setup, we want to macro our judgment into our hitting spells like Divine Storm, Crusader Strike, Consecration and Holy Wrath and so on, and we want to seal twist as well with Seal of Command and Seal of Martyrdom. As a weapon, we go with Blade of Inquisition, and for off pieces we want Shroud of Dominion, Band of Unnatural Forces, Slayer's Crest as well as Hand of Justice. For relic we go with Libram of the Exorcist. For talents we want to go 12 points into Holy, 5 points into Divine Strength, 5 points into Improved Seal of Righteousness to boost our damage of our Seal of Martyrdom, 1 point into Consecration. We want to go 8 points into Protection. You can either go Improved Devotion Aura or Redoubt, and 3 points into Precision for more hit. Then into Retribution Tree we want 5 points into Benediction to reduce our mana cost, 2 points into Improved Judgment and Improved Seal of the Crusader, 5 points into Conviction, Seal of Command, 3 points into Vindication to boost our damage, 2 points into Pursuit of Justice for movement speed, Sanctity Aura, 3 points into two-hand weapon spec, 5 points into Vengeance, and you can now choose to either go Repentance or where to put your last points. For example, I went with Repentance and 1 point into Divine Intellect. You could also put these points wherever you want, for example in Unyielding Faith, or for example Guardian's Favor, Improved Lay on Hands. Choose what you want here. For runes, we take Wrath on the head rune to increase the damage of our hard-hitting spells, Righteous Vengeance on the back to get a dot for our hard-hitting spells as well, Divine Storm on chest, this is our hardest hitting spell now with the 2 set bonus of tier 3, Purifying Power on wrist to use Exorcism and Holy Wrath, Crusader Strike on hands of course, Chef of Light on waist, on legs we want to go Aura Mastery to increase the damage of our Sanctity Aura, but you can be flexible here depending on your encounter to take Rebuke or Inspiration Exemplar. On feet we go the Art of War, and on ring Holy spec, and if you are human you can go Meditation or Defense spec. If you are another race you can just go with Thought specialization here. And if we sim this through here together with Soul of the Judicator, we get about 42,000 DPS for seal twisting. So let's go into the live testing. Our rotation starts with Seal of the Crusader and Judgment of the Crusader, then we want to reapply our first seal, and then pop Wings together with our trinkets. Now we want to seal twist Seal of Command and Seal of Martyrdom, and hit our hard hitting spells in between, which are Divine Storm, Crusader Strike, Exorcism and so on. We use Judgment on macro and we prioritize Divine Storm together with our seal twisting, because those spells will hit really hard. This wasn't executed perfectly by far, but I want to give an overview what it could look like, and as you can see I was about 5 to 6k DPS here. I also did a second test where I used the same rotation, but I used my hard-hitting spells over Seal Twisting and only Twistadin as a filler spell, because I wanted to see how my DPS will be when I play like this. And I had about the same results with around 5k DPS. I wanted to test out Seal Stacking, which means we swap our Shoulder enchant to Soul of the Seal Bearer, which allows us to have 2 seals up at the same time and charge both of them. I didn't swap my tier set or my items here, but you could go with tier 2 4-set bonus instead, to use Judgment as well, with the reduced cooldown of 5 seconds. As you can see in the testing, my results with Seal Stacking were about the same with Seal Twisting. Imps will tell you that Seal Twisting is stronger than Seal Stacking, but you have to execute it really perfect to get the better results here. I tested out Exodin, and for this we have to swap gear out. We now go with 6 set of tier 3 and 2 set of tier 2.5 with shoulder and boots of it. For shoulder enchant, we now go with Soul of Excommunicator to increase our exorcism damage by 40% per hit, which stacks up 3 times to 120%. I also went with Girdle of the Mentor as an off-piece for more attack speed, and Kiss of the Spider Trinket to increase our attack damage during wings and our attack speed of course. You want to go with Speedstone on your second trinket slot, but this wasn't available on the PTR, so I went with Slayer's Crest instead. As you can see in the testing, I was hitting around 10k DPS during wings, which is really high if you ask me, because of the stacking modifiers, which felt really strong. And after wings, I was handling in at around 6k DPS. This felt really rewarding for the simple playstyle of just spamming Exorcism, Holy Wrath, Divine Storm and Crusader Strike, as well as Consecration in between. So when we look into the sims, you can see the full build here, and if we simulate our DPS, we should be at around 38,000 DPS overall. So what are my final thoughts about Ret on phase 7? I think our damage is really good, and it seems like we scale really well with our sanctified gear options and our hard hitting spells. Ret Paladins are in a great spot now in phase 7 with all undead enemies and our good set bonuses as well. You can go different playstyles depending on your preferred style, and all of them are viable. Seal Twisting, Seal Stacking, Shockadin or Exodin are all great options, which allows for a variety of playstyles, and this brings a lot of fun in my opinion. What do you think about Ret Paladin on phase 7? Would you use other builds and gear, and which is your preferred playstyle? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and if you found this useful, consider to like and subscribe for more World of Warcraft Season of Discovery content.